a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Wolverines will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Ohio State's offense is on the field for the first time today. It was easily the most memorable post-game in the long and storied history of Michigan and Ohio State. It put an exclamation point on Michigan's season and in an odd way sort of propelled Ohio State in the same direction eventually.
I think this game last year was probably the most surprising game of the year for me, considering I thought Ohio State was going to go in and absolutely drub them. What I remember, David, they could never get the run game going. With Quinshon Judkins, Travion Henderson, they still somehow only ran for 77 yards in that game, and obviously this was the game they used as a motivator for their playoff run.
A big motivator, but let's not forget about what we really remember about this game. Hands being thrown, flags being planted, coaches taunting other coaches. It was everything you love about college football. Just give me half of that in this football game.
They'll go to the fullback. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Turning it on! And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayin. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Tate. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man. He is the guy. He is priority number one.
This crowd full of throats, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Picked off. What a play to set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Snagged out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Tight end now in motion. Looking for space. It's Haynes. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. You're trying to break this scoreless tie, and instead you knock it off the post.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2.
There he goes! A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Sayin. The throw to the outside is complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Tate. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sends it back in motion. Lost to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Peoples. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Sayin. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. They'll try the jet sweep, going for the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get the...
Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something going.
Finally giving the defense some...
Oh, he's got some space. Just find a way to make that first tackler whiff. He's out to the 21. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finds a little space. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Pocket breaking down. Got his man on the right. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's Underwood. Gets open down the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, running back gets the gift. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3 periods in the books, and it would be an understatement to say defense has carried the day. 0-0 as we take a look at the stats. This is just the way you want it. The game will be won or lost in the 4th quarter as we take a look at the stats through 3. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does. Get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
really impressed by this pass rush. It's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
This defense is playing with a chip on its shoulder. Like they knew this guy was a great running back, and they took pride shutting him down today. So many guys near the line of scrimmage, so aggressive. Priority number one was stopping that great running back. And not only have they done that, he has negative yards rushing on the day.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And option football is so hard to defend. It basically becomes assignment football. It's almost like basketball where you say, I got him, you got him. Defensive ends a lot of times have to play the quarterback, and once the quarterback pitches it, a lot of times it's the alley defender next who has to come up and make those plays. Those options really stress defenses.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They'll move the wide receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Line getting set on second down. Now the play fake. Under fire. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18.
I know a lot of people were thinking there was a chance this defense could contain one of the best running backs in all of college football. I don't know if anybody thought they would dominate him and completely shut him down the way they have. Negative rushing yards in the game for this guy. You cannot say enough just about how physical this defense has been, playing with a chip on their shoulder all game long to shut him down.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. To throw, it's Underwood. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Who could ask for anything more? Coming down the gut of the game, and maybe one of those moments that will be etched in the annals of this rivalry forever. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Got a man. It's Smith. And he's dragged down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Tate. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Gives it on the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Trying play action. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Zings it complete to the right. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Offense working from the pistol. Using his legs, it's Hayes. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the fourth quarter. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. The give to the single back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except for ticket holders.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Splits the uprights, and now they have a 3-point lead here in OT.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man on the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. First and goal, and a touchdown will win it. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Looking to get it in. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.